Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Hawkman issue number 12. This is going to conclude the second arc. It's also, quite unfortunately, going to conclude Brian Hitch's run on this. So we're going to have different artists for a while until we can situate ourselves with a single one. There's an opportunity for DC to do some good here. I hope they will do some good and actually give us a good artist, another good artist, I should say. Otherwise, that's one of the ways that a book like this, a good book like this, could wind up falling into obscurity and then eventually being canceled. Really hoping that doesn't happen. Anyway, let's talk about this book itself. This is the conclusion of Cataclysm. This issue is called Out of Many, One, or, as it says on the back of your dollar, E Pluribus Unum. Robert Venditti is the writer, Brian Hitch is the penciler, Andrew Curry, Norm Repmund, and Scott Hanna are on inks. Jeremiah Skipper does the colors. Stracklings and Comic Craft are the letterers. Hitch and Alex Sinclair do the cover, and the variant cover is Julian Totino Tedesco. And Hawkman was, of course, created by Gardner Fox. Good book, dude. Hawkman realizes that the way that he's got to win is by resuming control over the Deathbringers, which means he's got to become the general again. Problem is, his old bud, his old right hand, who's the new general, isn't quite going to let that happen. That's okay, because unlike most heroes out there, Hawkman is very willing to kill. That's just in his nature. That's who he is, and he is willing to drive that point home. Hammer that point home. Some might even say mace that point home. God damn, this is a good book. I hope that y'all aren't squeamish, because there's a scene in here that's straight up, it's going to be like, ooh, damn, that smarts. I love that all of the other Hawk aspects here, the previous reincarnations of the Hawks, I love how they call this version of Carter Hall the new guy. That's cool, man. I dig that. Like, stuff like that, that's the really good stuff. Plus, the most recent incarnation gets to meet the first incarnation. All right, come on, man. Like, you trying to make me cry here? That was great. That was great. And there's a bit of a Crow moment in here. Whatever, I'm going to leave it at that. But the way that it ended was pretty cool. Now, mind you, that's the end of in general, the story, but there's an after credit scene of sort, that the epilogue of the book, which it's not after anything, it's just, everything gets resolved, and then you realize nothing's resolved. With everything that Hawkman has right now, he's also got to deal with the fact that this thing isn't over. The gift that he's given at the end might not necessarily be as big a gift as he thinks it is. He's got to right some wrongs, but he's got some evil inside of him also. It's like that genetic memory at this point. This is cool. And I'm going to be sad if I have to see him being a villain again, but whatever. I'm going to trust that this book is in good hands, and it's going to be done well. Anyway, absolutely loved this. This was a great 2-arc series. I'm telling you, if you guys are waiting for the trade paperback, and if some of you guys seriously aren't on this book, you're here. You're curious enough, right? You're curious enough about the book. You're curious about Professor Bill's opinion on this book. My opinion is, grab the trade paperbacks. Go out. Grab those trades. There's going to be 2 of them by next month probably. There's going to be 2 trades out, all right? Grab them. Enjoy the story. Realize that you probably know more now about Hawkman than most people have who've been reading for years. And see that he's actually a badass, not even anti-hero. He's a hero. He's a straight hero. He doesn't apologize for anything he does, and he's not ruthless like, you'd think that the Punisher is. Here's a superpowered being who tougher than you'd want to imagine, and he does not apologize for getting the job done, finalized. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Go out and buy the comic, buy the trade, support Hawkman, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.